Welcome to the opening of our group exhibition titled Sighted, at the Serpentine Gallery in Lismore. The 5 artists include Jenny Kitchener, printmaker; Rebecca Tapscott, painter and printmaker; Dennis Hopkins, ceramicist; Rodney Brown, painter, and myself. I paint miniatures and still lifes. Collage cards from recycled paper. And work in clay. Lately I have been obsessed with making magpies.
We have 5 artists: Jenny Kitchener, Rodney Brown, Rebecca Tapscott, Deborah Brown, and ceramicist Dennis Hopkins.
I'd like to thank you all for coming to view this wonderful landscape exhibition. So that's the theme, and each artist has presented work using their own idea of what landscape can be. So we have a very diverse range of interpretations of the landscape, and we have very diverse media. We have painting, we have printmaking, cyanotypes, drawings, ceramics, and mixed media as well. So I think it's a really wonderful show. And yeah, just you can see for yourself, very professional. So I just wanted to say a few words about my own practice. So for me, making work is it's really important for me to have a message in my work. So and my message is basically that we need to respect and protect our environment. And we need to take care of our world around us. And in particular, I'm very concerned with the pollinators. And so a lot of my work has insects in it and birds that pollinate. And without them, we wouldn't have the biodiversity that we have in the world. So we need to really look after them and look after our environment. And that's the message I like to bring across in my work.
Deborah and I, my wife, we both share a studio together, although she works in a completely different fashion to me. I've been painting with the brush and paints for quite some years now. My insight, or my sighting, as the exhibition is called, is all about what I see. I'm not looking really for anything other than the beauty that I can find in nature. I include human beings in the urban landscape as part of that nature too, so I'm quite often fascinated by the urban situations that I've visited and where I live. One other passion I also have, as you may have seen, I really enjoy the smaller objects that are in my environment. So my favourite coffee machine over there and a few other bits and pieces that I find around my household come under my scrutiny and fall into my category of something worth painting and investigating. I don't know where the future holds for my painting, but I'm certainly not finished yet, and I've got quite a few new ideas circulating. Hopefully, after I've got over this exhibition, I'll get back into work again. Thank you. Now I'll just introduce Rebecca Tapscott.
So my art practice is many-folded, like a bit of origami. It's constantly unfolding. The body of work I've actually introduced today, which is on the wall over there, which is Carry the Country with Them, is a culmination of years spent developing a specific cyanotype process. This journey began after I studied under the wonderful teacher Ray Word, if anyone knows him, he's awesome, who taught me the intricacies of that medium. The cyanotype process allowed me to create a parallel between my own loss and the loss of Mother Earth's experiences. I started to imagine the absence she must feel with every species that vanishes. My process began documenting locations on Google Maps, tags where animals have been found, and I started with their spirit forms in the sky, silhouettes of what had been left behind. Using contact print with the dead darling, that evolved into adding animals back into the frame over here, with their living forms created with a single continuous line, and then filled with the colours of their life. A lot of this work deals with grief, but it's also an attempt to make that loss beautiful. A celebration of what we have, so that we are more moved to protect it. In the Carry the Country series, I've gone back through my maps where these animals were found and brought to me, and I've tried to depict them with their native spaces, placing them back in the land with the iconic landmarks. And through the generosity of the elders and First Nation language speakers of the Bundjalung Nation and the Githabul Nation, I've also included the traditional names of places where these animals were found. Finally, you'll see a piece of Once Upon a Time, which I completed in this, my 50th year, and it features 50 different species of animal, if you care to have a look.
I've been a ceramicist for 55 years, and I go through various stages of ceramics. It's a huge discipline. I decided to explore. This is Shadi, my dog. To explore Obvara. You've probably never heard of Obvara. It's a Bulgarian word which means scorched ware. It's a little bit like African pottery, because I was born in Africa. This is a type of a process which involves making a brew of flour, yeast, sugar and water. Letting it ferment for 3 or 4 days so that it bubbles up. And then you either take it out of the kiln at 900 degrees centigrade and dunk it in, or pour the liquid over, coming from the kiln into the brew, pouring brew out. Some of these look like wings or feathers coming, and that's pouring it over, and you get this sort of scorching of the brew onto the pot. All of them are waterproof and food-proof. They've been covered in liquid quartz. Remember, we live in a 3D world. This is fantastic. It takes you into 3D, but it's 2D. 3D is what we are. This is 3D that we live in. I'm promoting myself, aren't I? But take a real close, and you can pick them up and have a look of how I've done the feet, because that is also an interesting art form, because I'm a sculptor as well. I love sculptural form. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the
We hope you enjoyed this walk through our exhibition cited. My previous video documents Rodney's and my preparation for this exhibition at Deborah Brown-IT5LN.